wonder of the world. But if you've ever invested your money and felt like nothing was happening, you're not crazy. Compounding feels broken at the beginning. It feels slow, frustrating, almost useless. Until one simple framework flips the switch. Today, I'm going to show you something deceptively simple, but wildly powerful. The 10-5-2 rule of compounding. A practical way to unlock growth, predict your money's curve, and finally see how small steps transform into exponential results. This isn't theory. It's math, psychology, and strategy in action. So stick with me, because once you see this, you'll never look at money the same way again. Ready to level up? Hit that subscribe button and let's dive in. Let's start with the foundation. What compounding really is, and why it doesn't feel like it works at first. Compounding isn't magic. It's math. It's the process of earning returns on both your original investment and the returns you've already earned. The formula looks like this. A equals P times the quantity 1 plus R over N, all raised to the N times T. Let's decode it like a story. P is your starting money, the seed you plant. R is the annual interest rate, how fast your money grows. N is how often that growth gets added. Monthly, quarterly, daily. T is how long you leave it alone, the time your money gets to stretch. A is the final amount, the tree that grows from your seed. Let's keep cutting through the noise and dive into what really drives compounding, the power of patience. Imagine planting a seed. Year 1, it sprouts a single branch. Year 2, that branch grows leaves. Year 3, those leaves sprout new branches. Over time, the tree multiplies. Not linearly, but exponentially. Here's the catch. Trees don't become forests overnight. And that's where most people get stuck. They put in $100, $200, even $500 a month, and after a few years, the results look tiny. They think compounding is overrated. But the truth is, they're standing at the base of the curve, the flat part of the graph where growth is invisible. Think of the rule of 72. Divide 72 by your interest rate to see how long it takes to double. At 7% annual growth, money doubles every 10 years. That means in the early years, it looks painfully slow, but over decades, it accelerates like a rocket. The mistake? Quitting before the rocket leaves the launch pad. Compounding punishes impatience but rewards endurance. And if you don't understand this, you'll abandon the process right before the payoff. So why does compounding feel so painfully slow in the beginning? That brings us to the illusion almost everyone falls for. It doesn't work. Here's the hard truth. Compounding feels like a scam in the first decade. You put money in, year after year, and the growth looks almost invisible. That's because the first 4-8 years barely move the needle. And yet, those years are the foundation. Imagine rolling a snowball. In the first few steps, the snowball looks the same size. You keep pushing, exhausted, and wonder, am I wasting my time? But then something changes. As it picks up mass, every rotation adds more snow than the last. Suddenly, it explodes in size. That's compounding. Take Warren Buffett. Everyone loves to say he started investing at 11. True. But here's the secret. 99% of his wealth came after age 50. Not because he's a magician, but because by then his capital had grown large enough to let compounding do its work. Time is powerful, but only when it has weight behind it. That's why some people commit to saving $150 a month for a decade and still feel let down. 10 years of discipline, sacrifice, and consistency, yet the final balance barely moves the needle in their lives. It's not because they made a mistake. It's because they were stuck on the flat side of the compounding curve, where progress feels invisible even when you're doing everything right. The danger is here. When compounding feels like it doesn't work, most people quit. They pull their money out, abandon the plan, and kill the process right before acceleration begins. That's why we need a framework that keeps you motivated through the slow years and sets you up for explosive growth. Enter the 10-5-2 rule. So what exactly is the 10-5-2 rule? Think of it as a simple but powerful framework that makes compounding finally work in real life. The first number, 10, represents 10 years of commitment. Because that's the truth about compounding. It doesn't reveal its magic overnight. You need at least a full decade before the curve starts to bend upward in a way you can actually feel. Anything less, and you'll abandon the process too early, never realizing how close you were to the breakthrough. The second number, 5, is about giving your contributions a boost. In your first year, don't just keep saving the same flat number month after month. Increase it by 5%. That tiny adjustment is like throwing extra logs on the fire right when you need the heat most. Over time, that small boost turns into tens of thousands of dollars in extra growth. And the last number, 2, represents the two buckets every investor needs. One is for growth, assets like index funds or ETFs designed to multiply over decades. The other is for security, cash reserves, high-yield savings, or short-term bonds. Because here's the reality. If you don't have safety, you'll panic when markets dip, and you'll rip money out of your growth engine at the worst possible time. The 10-5-2 rule isn't complicated, but it's the guardrail system that keeps you on track long enough to let compounding finally do its work. Together, the rule keeps you in the game long enough, feeds your investments aggressively enough, and protects your capital enough for compounding to do its work. Think of it like flying a plane. The 10 years are your runway. You need distance to get off the ground. The 5% boost is your engine adding thrust, and the two buckets are your safety nets, making sure turbulence doesn't crash your plane. This isn't about waiting blindly. It's about structuring your money so you survive the early years and actually reach the exponential phase. And by the way, if you're enjoying the video so far and want more topics like this, comment the word "more" down below. All right, let's keep going. Rules are only useful if you can apply them. So let's break down how to implement the 10-5-2 rule in your own life, step by step. Here's how you put these rules into action. Step 1. Automate your contributions. Set up a direct deposit or auto transfer into your investment account every month. No decisions, no willpower, just consistency. Step 2. Scale by 5% in the first year. For example, if you're contributing $500 a month, aim to raise it to $525 within 12 months. That extra push compounds into tens of thousands over decades. Step 3. Separate into two buckets. Keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account for security. The rest? Put into your growth bucket, index funds, ETFs, or any long-term compounding asset. And here's where it gets easier. That's why we are building the Trip to Wealth Command Center, a simple Google Sheets system that helps you track your income, cash flow, spending, and net worth in one place. It's not just a tracker, it's a strategy hub. It helps you see where your money leaks, where it grows, and how small changes compound into wealth over time. You'll find the early access waitlist link below. Because here's the truth, numbers only become real when you see them. And when you can visualize your progress, how today's contribution grows into tomorrow's curve, you finally believe the process enough to stick with it. But let's test this. How much difference does the 10-5-2 rule actually make in practice? Let's put this into real numbers. Suppose you invest $500 a month at 7% annual growth. After 10 years, you'll have about $86,000. Not bad, but nothing life-changing. Now here's where the 10-5-2 rule changes the game. If you increase that contribution by just 5% in the first year, that extra fuel pushes your curve higher. By year 17, instead of roughly $170,000, you're looking at closer to $195,000. That's nearly $25,000 extra from one simple tweak. And here's the kicker. The last 2 years alone added over $36,000 in growth. In other words, the later years often contribute more than the first decade combined. That's why quitting early is so dangerous. The two-bucket strategy also comes into play here. When the market dips, and it will, your security bucket keeps you from selling investments at a loss. It acts as a buffer, protecting your growth engine from emotional sabotage. Think of it like planting two fields. One grows crops slowly but steadily. The other is your emergency field, ready to harvest when you need it. This balance is what allows farmers and investors to survive bad seasons without destroying their future harvests. The math is clear. With patience, scaling, and protection, compounding doesn't just add up, it multiplies. But knowing the numbers isn't enough. You need to protect them. Let's talk about the silent killers of compounding and how to defend against them. Compounding only works if your capital survives. Lose money and you reset the clock. That's why Warren Buffett's first rule of investing is never lose money. His second? Never forget rule number 1. Here's the trap. Many investors chase big returns, 20% here, 30% there, and ignore the downside. But volatility is a compounding killer. 1 year of 30% wipes out years of growth. This is why the wealthy focus on defense. They diversify across assets, minimize fees, and avoid unnecessary risks. They understand that slow, steady growth compounds far more effectively than wild swings. Would you rather earn 7% consistently for 30 years or bounce between 25% gains and 15% losses? The consistent path wins every time. Taxes and fees are another silent killer. A 2% management fee doesn't sound like much, but over 30 years, it can eat away almost half your returns. That's why low-cost index funds and ETFs are the backbone of smart compounding strategies. Think of compounding as a marathon. You don't win by sprinting in bursts and collapsing. You win by pacing yourself, conserving energy, and avoiding injuries. And here's the final piece, turning all these lessons into a mindset shift that keeps you in the game for the long haul. Here's the lie most people believe. Compounding is a waiting game. It's not. It's a positioning game. Patience matters, but only when paired with scale. Without enough capital, you're compounding frustration, not wealth. That's why the 10-5-2 rule is so powerful. It forces you to commit for the long term, scale contributions in the short term, and protect your capital with smart structure. Think about it like building momentum. A small push doesn't move the needle, but stack enough force and suddenly you're unstoppable. The wealthy understand this. They don't just wait. They position themselves with bigger sums, with scalable systems, with protective strategies, so that time works for them instead of against them. And here's the good news. You don't have to be wealthy to start. You just need to play by the right rules. 10 years of commitment, a 5% boost, 2 buckets. That's it. Shift your mindset from how long will this take to how well am I positioned? Because once you do, compounding transforms from a slow grind into a powerful engine. Compounding feels painfully slow at the beginning, almost like it's mocking your effort. You invest, you save, you stay disciplined, and the numbers barely move. But here's the secret. That's exactly how it's supposed to feel. Every great curve begins flat before it turns upward, and the only way to survive that flat stretch is with a structure that keeps you in the game long enough to see the payoff. That's what the 10-5-2 rule gives you. The 10 years remind you that compounding isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. You need at least a decade of steady contributions before the curve bends in your favor. The 5% boost pushes you beyond average, because flat contributions keep you stuck. But scaling by even a small amount, accelerates the entire process. And the two buckets, growth and security, are what protect you from your own emotions. They allow you to keep investing when markets dip, instead of panicking and undoing years of progress. Along the way, you'll face distractions. Flashy investments, market crashes, fees, taxes, impatience. These are the silent killers of compounding. But if you stick to the rule, protect your capital, and keep your eyes on the curve, those killers lose their power. The lesson is simple. Compounding is slow until it isn't. With the 10-to-5-2 rule, you give it the patience, the fuel, and the protection it needs to finally explode. Trust the process, trust the structure, and most importantly, trust the curve. So now you know why compounding feels like it doesn't work. And how the 10-5-2 rule flips the script. It's not about blind patience, it's about smart positioning. Remember this, compounding only works when you stay in long enough, fuel it enough, and protect it enough. That's why the 10-5-2 rule matters. It starts with 10 years of commitment, because anything less and you'll walk away before the curve finally bends in your favor. Then comes the 5% boost in your first year. That small push that adds surprising fuel to your future growth, turning what looks like a tiny adjustment today into a massive difference tomorrow. And finally, the two buckets, one for growth and one for security. Growth gives your money the power to multiply, while security keeps you calm and steady when markets dip. Without security, fear wins. With it, discipline wins. So, when you think about compounding, don't just think of waiting. Think of building. 10 years of time, 5% more effort, and two strong buckets holding your financial future. That's the formula that transforms frustration into freedom. That's how you survive the slow years, accelerate the middle years, and thrive in the exponential years. If this hits home, don't just let it be another video. Apply it. Set up your contributions, scale them, and protect your capital. Because once you do, compounding stops being a theory and becomes your reality. Remember, this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute investment advice. It is important to conduct thorough research and consult with financial professionals before making any investment decisions. The value of investments can fluctuate, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always assess your risk tolerance and investment goals before allocating your capital. And if you found value today, I highly recommend watching my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to leave your comment below. I appreciate your support. Until next time, stay consistent, stay patient, and stay winning. See you in the next one, Money Magician.